Did you just get orders to tinker? Did you just get accepted to the doctor program down at OU Health Science Center? Did you take a professor job at the University of Central Oklahoma? Is there any reason that you're moving to the Oklahoma City metro area and you're looking for new construction? If there is, in this video, Robert and I are going to talk about Cherry Hill, located in northeast Edmond, Oklahoma, just 3.5 miles from the I-35 on and off ramp.
If you find these videos helpful, give us a call, shoot us a text, give us an email. Let us know how we can assist you in buying a new home in Edmond, Oklahoma, or any of the surrounding cities.
All right, guys, like we said, Cherry Hill, new construction neighborhood, another Homes by Tabor neighborhood, amazing builder, tons of updates in the red feature. This one located, it's just 3.5 miles from the I-35 on-ramp, Robert. And you know what I like about that on-ramp is the gas station.
Yeah, you got a lot of new stuff going on over there, so yes, that's that on-ramp is very nice. They've been developing a lot over there, so.
Is that where the new crest is going in? Or?
No, yes, kind of. Yeah, the one on Covell and 35.
So it's pretty close.
Yeah. So here we're on Douglas and Circle Mill. So you go a mile north and you're on Waterloo. And Waterloo has a lot of new things going on, a lot of new developments going on at that intersection. Trying to make it, because it is one of the busier intersections, or on and off ramps.
Yeah.
Because there really isn't anything after Covell till you get to Waterloo. So they have started developing it a little bit more, making it more user friendly for the amount of traffic it gets. So it's becoming way better.
Yeah.
So you're real close to that. Now, if you don't want to head north to get to the highway, you can always head back south, and you're only going back 2 miles. So you're going 1 extra mile, and you get to Covell, which is where they have the Showbiz, and the crest is going to be going across the street from Showbiz, and of course now they've got the McDonald's and the Qdoba, Starbucks, stuff of that sort. No gas station in that area yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if eventually something does show up. Right?
Yeah, that's prime real estate.
Yeah, but if you do go to being on this side, because this neighborhood, you're located on the east side of I-35. So if you go straight down to Covell and you're heading back towards the highway, a mile off of it on Air Depot, which is just 1 more mile west of here, you got, I believe it's called Covell Corner. There's a Subway, there's that, and there's a liquor store. I mean, not a whole lot, but and I've heard that gas station that has a restaurant in it, like one of the small restaurants that they're doing now with the gas stations. I've heard that their burgers are amazing there. I've not had one yet, but I've heard it's really, really good. So I'm gonna have to try it out one of these times. I just haven't yet. So,
yeah, we'll put their menu up on the screen.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So, location here, I mean, you're real close to I-35 going north or south. Easy access point there, so which of course means you can get downtown within a short time period. I mean, everything's within under 30 minutes.
Yes.
So, you're still close to UCO. You're close to so many things. Of course, as you go down I-35, you get over to where you got the new sidecar going in, Hatch, which is a brunch place, really, really good food. And I know they've got some other offices going up over there. You got Buffalo Wild Wings over there.
Yes.
These ribs. You got Sam's. You got the Walmart. Chick-fil-A, Brahms, Taco Bell, Whataburger. You got an On-Q. Just
another On-Q.
Yeah.
With the car wash at that one.
Yes, which I actually use that car wash. $32 a month. You get a wash. It's their
unlimited.
Yeah, it's unlimited, but it's their best package. It's only like $32 a month.
Wow.
For me, it's worth it because, driving around in real estate, especially through new neighborhoods, running through a bunch of dirt and different things. Yeah. I'm constantly washing my truck. So that's very convenient to have there. And like I said, free air, filling up my gas tank, filling up my air tire, and washing my truck, making it look nice and pretty for y'all when I show up in my Dodge. So.
Now, if you're in pharmaceutical sales and you got to jump on the airplane a lot, 3-4 times a week, you do want to keep in mind Cherry Hill is about 40 minutes from the airport.
Yes.
So you may want to pick a neighborhood with Robert and I that's a little bit closer, like in the Mustang or Yukon area.
Yeah, Mustang and Yukon is definitely closer to the airport. Edmond's further away, so I mean, it just depends. If you're traveling that much, but your family's here and you want them to go to the schools in Edmond, and maybe your spouse has a job over in this area, and so you're okay with that, having to travel that 40 minutes. It's not horrible because you are close to the highway. So you jump on the highway, you can either hit the turnpike to go, I mean, there's multiple routes, but yeah, it's about a 40-minute drive, but it's really not bad.
No.
It just depends on the time of day you leave, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you hit some high traffic sometimes, and that's
23rd in Portland.
Yeah.
That would be a painful one.
Yeah, but if you hit it at the right times, I mean, it depends on when your flight is, right?
I-44 in Portland. Sorry.
Yeah,
I-44.
you're right. I-44 in Portland.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
when you're talking about Cherry Hill neighborhood, the amenities that it has to offer, is this one of the neighborhoods that Tabor built with a soccer?
Yeah, so this one's got a soccer/football field.
Soccer.
Right, because I mean, you know, they're essentially can be used one or the other.
Yeah.
So they have it as a soccer/football field, and then they got a basketball court and a playground. So, I mean, it's great. I mean, you got kids. I mean, if you're coaching a little league team, I bet you could get permission from the HOA to say, hey, we want to have practices here at this time, and you could do that. I know when I was coaching my kid, and I had all these kids. I mean, I always had to find somewhere to go. If I could have went right outside my neighborhood, that would have been awesome. It would have been great, right? It's not, and I say outside the neighborhood because you want to look at the map, and this one's laid out a little differently, where the soccer/football field, the playground, all that stuff, it's still part of the neighborhood, but it's just on the outside of the homes. So we'll give you more of a breakdown on it, but it's not just inside the neighborhood.
Yeah, we'll put a map up on the screen. If you got little bitty kids, you would want to go with them to the park because you're walking out of the neighborhood on the sidewalk. It's still part of the neighborhood, but you're literally walking out of the neighborhood to get to the park. So
right, and that's on Circle Mill, which it's a main road, but remember we're out here on Circle Mill in Douglas. It's like not super high traffic, so it's very low traffic, but still at the same time we are continuing to develop east of I-35, and so it will eventually become more traffic, but it's still not going to be a heavy traffic area for a long time.
And earlier you mentioned Edmond schools. This is an Edmond Memorial neighborhood?
I believe so. I believe this is Edmond Memorial along with Rosebud, I believe is what it's called. Is it Rosebud or Redbud?
I thought I had it wrote down.
It's the new elementary school they just built.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's part of the area here, and that's the great thing with Edmond is we do keep continuing to build schools for all the developments that are going up, and so keeping the schools from being as overcrowded and not have to drive as far, so you're still within good distance. And of course, by the time they get to high school, usually got a year maybe or so before they start driving. So in that case, you're not stressing it as much. Let the kid drive, right? So.
And they just built a new Votech over off of Danforth, didn't they? They just put a new Votech in. Yeah, I believe they just put a new Votech in.
I'll have to look into that. That's interesting. That's nice.
Yeah, if you've got kids, you know where Michaela built that Porches style neighborhood?
Yeah.
Just to the east
of it.
Oh,
no, you're right. The Francis Tuttle.
Yeah, they put a new Votech in right there. So if you got high school kids that are starting out in Votech, that's one of the easiest ways towards home ownership as a high school kid is go to Votech and get a job offer. Your 2 years in Votech will count towards employment, so you can automatically be a homeowner with no debt and having a good job.
Yes, right. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of great things. And again, some of the things that we've talked about, it is very similar with a lot of the Edmond neighborhoods, but location-wise, you come to East Edmond, it's not quite as busy, right? Because it's still being developed. There's still a lot of undeveloped areas here, so you don't have as much high traffic, which is very nice. But you're still, being to Douglas, you're 3 miles off the highway. Three and a half, somewhere around in there. But I mean, it's not bad at all. So location is great, and it's a more wooded area drive when you're on the east side of Edmond versus the west side, right? So when you're living on the east side of I-35, even though I'm not saying every neighborhood is going to be heavily wooded, with mature trees because they knock a lot of them down in development, but along the main streets when you're driving, you're seeing a lot of trees and things like that. So it's really pretty, especially like in the fall or spring when things are coming back to life, so it's great. So you'll love the areas.
In Cherry Hill, it's only about 17-minute drive to the University of Central Oklahoma, so it's not that far to get to the university either.
Yeah.
And then like we spoke about earlier, it's about 40 minutes to the airport. And then if you work downtown at the OU Health Science Center, it's about 27 minutes.
The thing that's really close by here is Lake Arcadia, right? So you're Lake Arcadia is on 2nd Street. You're on Douglas. It is literally like 2.5 miles.
And they have like 5 campgrounds or 4 campgrounds there?
I know for sure 2 that I've used a lot in the past. But yeah, there's one right off of 2nd Street. So if you go from Covell and Douglas and you go down, because right across from Midwest Boulevard is one of the entrances to the lake, and where you can camp and do all that. So.
And that's on Route 66 where you got the Pops gas station, you got the Red Barn. Have you ever been in the Red Barn?
I have not.
Me neither.
I've been there so many, my wife, my child, they've gone a couple times. I've lived here my whole life. I've been through there so many times, I've never stopped there. I've gone to Pops a million times.
I've gone to Pops, yeah.
The Chicken Shack now across from the Red Barn.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
yes.
It's a fun, entertaining place, great food. Yeah, you know, they were in Luther and they moved closer into town, so now they're right across from the Red Barn. So you got a lot of little things even on the east side if you're heading east a little bit. And it's not that far, because if you go basically to Westminster and 2nd Street, Route 66, that's where Pops is at.
Yeah.
Just another mile from there is where you got Chicken Shack and the Round Barn and stuff of that sort. So
you can spend a whole day right there and right by the lake.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, a lot of really cool things. And the lake is a great lake. It's a small lake, but it's a great lake, especially, you know, you get yourself a 26-footer. I think that's the max size, or at least it was at one point. You know, get you one of those, or a pontoon boat. Doesn't matter how big the pontoon is. I think it can only be, I don't think it can be a tri-toon though. But anyways, you know, get one of those, take the family out for the day, and you were literally 10, 15 minutes from the house. And so it's great. Instead of having to drive an hour to get to the lake and enjoy the day, you're 10 minutes out. It's a great time for the family.
And I know it has primitive camping. It probably has RV hookups too, right?
I believe it has RV hookups.
And there's some sandy
I honestly
beaches.
didn't. I don't know that I've ever camped there. And I mean, I've lived in Edmond now for 17, 18 years. But we just go there for the day and come back home because it's so close. So we didn't camp out. You know, I've had friends that have stayed there, and so I do believe they have the hookups and everything. But I mean, it's great. And there's a couple of different fishing docks, stuff like that. There's also some trails, bike trails that they put back there too.
Lots of trails.
So if you like mountain biking and you like hitting trails, they've got some good trails back there.
You could take that trail
to the other side of 35.
Yeah, all the way.
They've extended it
to the Buffalo Wild Wings, the Hatch, all that stuff you mentioned.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a great features for the neighborhood.
All right, guys. So talking about Cherry Hill and everything about Cherry Hill. The Builder series, he's doing Red series in this neighborhood. So he's doing the energy efficient finishes, the 15 sear. He's doing, like you mentioned on some of our other videos, he does the smart system. Is that one of the ones where you can hook up the garage doors to your phone?
I believe so, yeah. I'm really not that privy to it yet. But yeah, it's a lot of the smart features allow you to do light controls, energy controls, you know, things of that sort. So definitely worth looking into, because I mean, those are great features to have, right? I mean, that's in today's world. You can add those later, but when the house is already pre-set up to be able to use something like that, that's less expense or upgrade to say, hey, we want to make our home a smart home. It's already a smart home if you want to utilize it. If you don't like it, you don't have to, but if you do, it's there. So it's really good to have that as a built-in feature.
Do you think that's so smart that you could like turn on and off your sprinkler if one of them rotten kids are driving by that keeps putting
Well, I'll tell you what, if it doesn't, I got myself a beehive and I can control that from my phone.
That's
so yeah, you can definitely, and that wasn't too expensive. So you can always upgrade that. But yeah, so that'd be fun. But if you can't, that's a simple fix. So
we don't spray kids with water, guys.
And water's too expensive.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, speaking of it, we need to research this. Do you think this is Edmond water, or do you think it's the rural water?
I believe this is still Edmond water.
This is still Edmond water?
I believe so.
We're
not far enough
the
north.
Edmond power station on the way here.
You have to be, I want to say, north of Waterloo, maybe even Simmons to get into
the rural water districts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now you're still in, I think it is north of Waterloo is what it is. But here I believe, and again, we would need to double check, so I'm not guaranteeing that, but I believe this is actually Edmond water still.
Okay. And one of the cool things I liked about the neighborhood, and I haven't driven it and paid attention enough, but I think it might be a half-mile circle driving around the neighborhood if you like to do your morning jogs.
Oh yeah.
You could jog inside the neighborhood. It's like a weird circle thingy, but you could jog inside the neighborhood and never have to leave to go to the park.
And it's got a little bit of elevation to it. So.
Cherry Hills. Yeah, it's hilly.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of elevation to it.
Which is great. I mean, if you're going to get a good run, you don't want to run, I mean, I guess you could want to run flat, but running with some elevation, gives you that little bit of exercise you really, really want. So
yeah.
Yeah.
For Boston Marathon trainers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing marathons.
No.
Okay, so price range. We're sitting at 300 to 400s here.
Super affordable,
Yeah.
especially compared
Yeah.
to the national average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, great neighborhood, variances of sizes. But everything's it's a neighborhood worth checking out if you're looking on the east side of Edmond. You want something that's not too expensive and has some really good features. I mean, I'll go back to the playground and the soccer and football field, and I know it's a little different being outside the neighborhood, but just having that there, especially with young kids, man, it's a great feature to have. You don't have to leave, you don't have to go anywhere. But again, you're 10 minutes from a lot of places. Mm-hmm. So you can do it either which way.
And square foot wise, 1,800, 2,800, I think, is the size they're building in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Right. And there are still some lots available. I think at the time of this video when we shot it, there were 22 lots that you could choose from in this neighborhood still.
Yeah, there's variances of sizes and everything in the neighborhood, which most neighborhoods have. But if it's within a price point of the 300 to 400s, and that's the price point that you're in, really good. So it's worth a peek, seeing if it fits what you're looking for. We understand it doesn't always fit what you're looking for, and in that case, we can help you find other areas or other neighborhoods that fit what you're looking for. But this one could be worth a look because there are a lot of great amenities to the neighborhood. It's a great location, and they're pretty houses back here. You come through and see, Especially if you don't like flat neighborhoods. If you like hilly neighborhoods, I love that. I live in a hilly neighborhood myself, and I love it. I love that the elevation is not just flat.
Yeah.
It gives some character.
And the missus and you guys go walking all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying that part of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It makes the run funner, and, a little bit more challenging, So, I mean, I walk a lot now. I'm getting old. Yeah. So, yeah.
So what's the best way that what should people do, Robert, if they want to see this neighborhood or other neighborhoods in the area?
So if you want to take a look around anywhere, if you find these videos helpful at all, or if you want to learn more, give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text. We'd love to talk to you and just discuss, what it is you're looking for and what areas we feel may help suit what you're looking for. Or if you're familiar with the area and you just want additional information, you want to get out and take a look around at some of the areas and not just drive through them, but actually start looking into them a little bit deeper, give us a call, contact us. We'd love to help you out on finding your new home. It could be a brand new construction, new existing home, doesn't matter. We'll help you out with all. But yeah, give us a call. We'd love to help you guys out.
That's what we do. That's what we're in the business of. If you found value in today's video on Cherry Hills of Northeast Edmond, Oklahoma, consider subscribing to the channel because Robert and I are putting out videos like this all the time about the different neighborhoods in the Oklahoma City metro area. Not just Edmond, like Robert said, Yukon, Mustang, all over. And if you do like the video, also consider giving it a thumbs up. That way other people know that it's a good video too. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, guys, we are coming up on Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill, this is the second time we've been through Cherry Hill. And guys, the inventory is low. The inventory is low. I do not think that you can buy a lot in Cherry Hill any longer. I do not think you can buy a lot in Cherry Hill any longer. I think you can only buy the homes that are built. I think all the lots have been built. And as you can see up there to the left is the park, and behind that is the basketball goals and the soccer field, the / football field. This is Cherry Hill. We're gonna swing in through it real quick, get a good grasp of it, and then I've actually got a 4 o'clock that I'm gonna be heading to this afternoon that I've got to get to ASAP. And I wasn't actually able to hang out with my other real estate friends on the last video because of that 4 o'clock, but it's okay because I want to show you guys what these neighborhoods look like. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Josh Barnett. I'm an agent over at eXp Realty. I built this channel to help all of our customers learn more about Oklahoma City and the Oklahoma City metro area. Cherry Hill is located in northeast Edmond, Oklahoma. It feels like you're out in the rural area, but guys, you're right down the street from everything, from the Sam's, from the Walmart, from the Buffalo Wild Wings, from the Chick-fil-A. It is an amazing location. It's actually, guys, right beside High Garden. High Garden, that's the name of the neighborhood. High Garden was the neighborhood that Robert and I did earlier. So it's right beside that neighborhood, just north of Lake Arcadia, right in the middle of the Edmond / Stillwater areas. It is an amazing neighborhood. It is an amazing neighborhood. All right, guys, this is a great neighborhood. If you've got questions about Cherry Hill, If you've got questions about any neighborhood in the Edmond area, Northeast Edmond area, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. The group of agents that I work with, eXp Realty and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business. And then also Cherry Hill, guys, it's in the low 3s up to the 4s, low 3s up to the 4s. If that is the price range you're looking at, and it has homes in the 1,500 price range, or 1,500 square foot range, all the way up to, I believe, 2,300 square feet. All right, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. That is our tour of Cherry Hill. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm gonna drive by the park up here real quick so I can show it to you. There is the park right there. That is the park. And the basketball goals back there, and the soccer and the football and all that stuff right back there. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video.